Well, it is a gorgeous 67 degree morning out. Nothing's been going on in the camper van Sienna here overnight, so it is also 67 inside, according to my app. I think I locked the door and didn't bring my key out with me this morning because I'm just having my first cup of coffee. But we've started this puppy up. It's gonna get up in the high 80s today, and I wanna see what kind of power usage we get over 12 hours on a warm, not brutally hot, and hopefully sunny day. Ideally, I'd run this test on a hotter day, and if I get one, I might do that to simulate a little hotter day. I'm not putting any other window treatments in except this temporary piece of cardboard I've got for running the portable AC vent out the window. So goal would be to have 4 of those made out of corrugated plastic, and I'd have my sunshades up in the front window, maybe some curtains in the back. So this is going to let a little more sunshine and heat in. The Midea has not kicked in yet. It is on its slow start. Of course, the reason the Midea hasn't kicked in yet is it knows that it's cooler than its set point in the van. Again, it's about 67 in there. We're gonna have a set point of 74 for the day. Here we are with the Midea air conditioner app. This time I'm trying to record audio. So this is a test, and here's the app. We've got our set point. Fan is auto. Our mode is auto, so I can't in this setting, I can't in auto mode overall. I cannot adjust the fan speed manually. I can change my set point from the app. If I wasn't in auto mode, I could change my fan speed. And these other things, turn the lights on and off, sound on and off, set a schedule. Boost mode, I think, just goes, turns the fan all the way up, inside and out, and then the compressor runs accordingly. So here's the Midea app that we've been talking about. Been running this auto mode test for an hour. It still hasn't got warm enough in the van to fire things up, but I wanted to just check now that I have my keys with me. Okay, so it's blowing. Look at that, it's blowing the fan and it's moving the louvers. So it's circulating the air in the van so that it gets a better temperature reading, but that's super low fan speed. And I can't hear that thing running at all with the road noise going by. So anyway, it'll be warming up, it'll get going. See what Mr. Remote says. It says it's 72 in here with a set temperature of 72. Again, I don't think it's running off of that sensor. I think it with the app on, I think it's running off of the one out here. So there we go. Also at an hour, we've hardly used any kilowatts, so it is running that circulation fan and the swing inside, and it's running its processor. It's really not pulling much at all. Yeah, not even 1/10 of an amp. So pretty sweet power saver. Hasn't pulled more than 5 watts at all here. All right, later. Well, here we are. Not at the house, not even on Wi-Fi, and it looks like I am still well connected to the unit. Set point is 74, outdoor temperature 74, and the indoor temperature 74. I can't monitor the power from here, but it looks like we ought to be starting to kick in cooling just about any time. Anyway, thought I'd show off this feature of the app that you can remotely see what's going on. If you had something inside your unit and you were away and you wanted to know that the air was working, there you go. Here we are about 3 hours into our 12-hour experiment today. Back home in the minivan out in the, well, it was sunny, it's cloudy now. But out in the elements is our Toyota Sienna, and I'm monitoring here on the Midea Air app what's going on inside. We've got the air conditioning running in auto mode, so it's controlling the fan and everything. Set point is 74, says it's 86 outside, 74 inside. And when we get home tonight, we'll check the power meter and see how many peak watts, average watts, and kilowatt hours we used to maintain this during the day. See you later. Hey, it's Ruben. Lunchtime. We're about halfway through our 12-hour let's run the AC in auto mode. I'm literally out for a walk at lunchtime here in the beautiful outdoors. Temperature's not that high today, but it is muggy. Boy, I wish I was a little closer to that van for a little respite from the humidity and the bit of heat that we've got. But the app, as you can see here, says it's 87 outdoors, 74 indoor in the van right at set point. Looking forward to getting home tonight and seeing how many watts and kilowatt hours we've been using today. See you then. Hey, quick note about the video. If you hadn't noticed, I put in some screenshots of the app, just keeping track. Tried to do it about every hour. So from, just watch the time, way up at the top, 7:38, 8:39, 10:23, 11:26. Yeah, well, no one doing too bad. So anyway, some of the screenshots roll by and they'll probably just all look pretty similar except for the numbers up at the top. Later. Well, here we are, 6 o'clock, almost 12 hours into this test, and it is about 83 degrees out, partly cloudy, still nice at 74 inside. Let's switch over and see what our power meter says. Well, right now we're holding it under 300 watts. Scroll a little here. We've used almost 6 kilowatt hours to keep this thing at 74 all day. That's a little higher than I was hoping. 3.3 amps right now. As low as 2 watts, that's when the inverter wasn't running at all. And we did get up to 1138. So running an auto mode let it get up above that 1,000 watt mark. That's interesting for those of you that have 1,000 watt inverters. So the 10% fan would have, we think, kept that below 1,000, but just letting it auto on the fan, you got up a little above 1,000. Back at the 278. It's definitely blowing some warm air, so it's cooling. We're gonna look inside next. Well, it is cozy in here. Very low humidity, 74 degrees. Really, really nice and comfortable. Let's see what the back, oh, this one says it's reading 70 down here. And yeah, it's not taking the set point off the remote. I've still got it locked out, so it won't change it. But it says 70 back here. And I think the app was telling me 74 up there. So yeah, this is great. Maybe not as low a wattage during the day, but here's a test of what kind of wattage you would use over a 12-hour period, or kilowatt hours, I should say, over a 12-hour period. And what the peak was, it was a little over 1,000. This is running in auto mode. We're at 12 hours, just about 6 kilowatt hours, but it didn't really kick in for an hour or two at the beginning of the day. So I'm gonna actually extend this test to the 12-hour mark from when I estimate the compressor actually started running. Later. So we're still on our 12+ hour test at auto mode. I was in the van for a few minutes, door's been open and shut, and I noticed it kicked on a little higher, a fan inside. I figured the compressor was running a little harder, and I want to see how hard. And it looks like it's, instead of running under 300 watts, it's gonna run a little over 500 and then slow back down. So I'm gonna attribute that to me being in the van, which is an important consideration in your thermal load. How many people are in there? Because we all make heat. Later. So here's the end of our 12 hours plus 1 13-hour test. That leaves the unit actually running for close to 12 hours. And you can see it's a nice 72 degrees inside. Set point is 74, and it's gotten down to 80 degrees outside. Out here at 13 hours, we're pulling a nice 252 watts. Let's see what our kilowatt hours. So over 13 hours, really 12-ish running, 6 kilowatts. So we'll do the math on that a little bit. So here we go. We had 6, I'm gonna give it 0.2 kilowatts hours. I'm gonna say it was really running for 12 hours. So our average, yeah, about 517 watts was our average per hour that we were pulling there. So that's the end of this test. This is the auto mode, just left on from morning to night, 74 degree set point inside. Signing out, this is CampHatch. Bye.